Hey everybody, welcome back. Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you are doing well out there. We got ourselves a music show today in our Newburyport studios. I'm very excited about that. With a first-time guest. I'm a big fan of this guy, Mark Erelli, in the house.
I can't give up on America, on the tattered red, white, and blue. I can't give up on that battered dream after all that we've been through. For a nation is more than a fiction, spun from the mind of a man. It's the heart and soul of the people. It's the work of many hands. And it's this I try to remember when I don't know what to do. To give up on America is to give up on me and you. Perhaps there's a God watching over, but I'll not waste a moment in prayer. I don't have time for this righteousness or the luxury of despair. For another day is dawning, see the light still fills the sky. The children as ever are watching for what we will abide. And when every word has failed us, all that matters what we do. So I won't give up on America. I resist, I refuse. Hold fast like a rock in the river, though the waters now run in reverse. Rise up, my brothers and sisters, make history change its course. And though we've succumbed to division, I know it's not too late. There's no victor, there are no victims when we all share the same fate. So place your faith in me, my friend, yes, and I'll believe in you. Let us not give up on America. Before our work is through.
Nicely done. Mark Erelli in the house.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Very nice. Thanks for joining us, man. First time. It's been too long.
Our whole lives.
Yeah, our whole lives. You mentioned off the air. We kind of got the shirt collaboration going. Okay,
we got the notice.
We're looking good. I like it. How's summer going so far? Right.
Good. Yeah. It's nice.
Awesome. I had some friends who just got back. I was up in Maine, or I probably would have been there myself. But you had a nice show with Ward Hayden, our friends of the show here.
Yeah.
They said you were great with them.
Yeah, it was a wonderful show out there in Groton, Massachusetts.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's a great venue, isn't it?
It's extraordinary.
It's like a mini, what do you call Tanglewood kind of thing, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Not really that mini though. It's pretty big.
No, it's pretty. Yeah, they got a 300-seater and a 1,000-seater, and then that we played outside for that show with Ward, and it was a beautiful vibe.
Nice. And you play solo, but you also have a band with you.
Yep.
Tonight. Cool.
Yep. That one I had a trio with me. I do all different configurations.
Awesome. awesome. Last time I remember you caught my attention at the David Crosby tribute after David had passed away. I guess probably a couple years ago now, right? Two maybe?
I think maybe 2 years ago at City Winery.
That's right. Yeah, it was a beautiful night. A lot of great artists, and you did a duet with our friend Will Daly.
Yeah, we did a Helplessly Hoping 3-part thing there. Yeah.
Yeah, which is that's a lot of pressure because everybody knows that one.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the ones that you got to kind of get right.
Yeah, it's well said. Yeah, you got to get right. You familiar with the Newburyport area pretty well, or what?
Oh yeah. Although I was trying to figure out the last time that I played up here, and I actually cannot remember. I know that I've played in Newburyport before, but I can't remember how long it's been. It's been a while.
Well, which brings us to 1 week from today, you can all get a chance to see Mark at the lovely Firehouse right down the street from us here.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
Firehouse Center, Performing Arts Center. Yes, it's. I always screw up that title. I was like when I screwed it up the first time I ever did this show. So now every time somebody comes back, they all wear the logo. So I just get to look across.
Well, there's a lot of syllables going on there.
It is the Firehouse, though, as it's known around here. It's a lovely venue. And have you been in that venue before? Or?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that because I used to really kind of be a little bit disdainful of people that are like, I can't remember if I've been here or when I did this. I used to think like, oh yeah, you've got like rock and roll amnesia, but it's really like dad amnesia at this point. Like I think I used to remember a lot more things before the kids came along.
Literally, so, Dad, you got some kids running?
Yeah, I mean they're older now, but the damage is done. I mean I got a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old, so I can't claim infant brain. But
I'll speak on behalf of my dad. I'm 38. I'm not even sure the damage is done. I think it's continued for a while.
Great. Yeah, I don't have much less left to lose apparently.
Oh, that's too funny. Well, that's very good, man. Where's home these days?
I live in Melrose.
Okay.
just down the highway.
Reading boy originally, right?
Yep.
I think it might have been Will. Will told me when it comes to musicians, you're one of the guys. If people actually need answers to things they ask, they said he's one of the smart guys out here.
Oh man, I feel the same way about Will. I
I
see his stuff online, and I'm like, I agree with that, and I appreciate all the profanity that he puts in there because the situation oftentimes warrants it these days.
Yeah. I was going to say you opened up obviously with a political, it's in the air, political love song, a political love song. Yeah. Well said. Yeah, that's fantastic. But there's a lot of news in the world these days. But I know people are going to come to see you at the Firehouse. By the way, is that a solo show or is that the?
I'll have my electric guitar player with me for that.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be a duo show, and I don't quite know exactly what we're going to play yet, but I do know that they will hear that song first because I just have been playing that song first as a matter of principle. It's hard to really know. I don't really want to talk about it so much on stage or between the songs, but it's important that it be addressed and that it be addressed kind of through the music, which is why people come to hear you play. So.
It is. It's a good way to do it too. I've seen one of my guys is I mentioned this a lot on the air, but one of my guys is Springsteen, and he's I'm almost part of me is almost like worried about him a little bit when he comes back here because there's so many people that just lose their minds. But it's just such a politically divided country right now.
Yeah, I feel like if that song, the first line is "I can't give up on America." Yeah. So if you're going to take issue with that, I'm not sure that I'm your biggest problem.
That's well said also. Oh, very cool. Well, very good. It's good to have you in studio here. We thank you for doing it. Summertime show. How has the summer been so far? You out playing a lot? Or
It's good. I mentioned we have a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old. Our oldest just graduated high school and is going to college. So
congratulations.
Thank you. So there's a lot of like lasts and firsts, depending on how you look at it.
Sure.
And this summer, so I have just enough kind of shows that I can, have fun and do my job, but also not so many that I don't miss, the last time that he's doing this or that.
Yeah.
And he's playing with me a lot, actually.
Oh.
I guess it's possible he would come and play the Firehouse with me, but he may have other plans.
The 17-year-old plays.
Yeah, he plays piano among other things, and I've just started kind of throwing him in the band, or sometimes he is the band, and he's doing a great job. So
was that? Did you push him to do that, or were you kind of like, stay out of this business?
No, I haven't. I have not neither pushed nor discouraged. it's just around, music is always happening in the house. Either I'm playing it or, either it's playing on the record, player, or I'm playing it.
Yep.
So he hears it. And so, I did a show a couple nights ago, and a friend of mine who knows Bob Dylan, she came up with him in the 60s.
Yep.
And I introduced him. I'm like, oh, this is my friend Betsy. She's like a mainstay from the Boston folk scene in the 60s. She came up with Joan Baez and Bob Dylan. His whole face lit up.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, yeah, Dad may not be cool, but he knows a lot of cool people, and I think they're finally starting to kind of realize
I bet they probably think that's pretty cool in that regard.
Yeah.
Then, especially he's playing with that must be a pretty special experience, though. Not every dad that plays music gets that experience to play with their son.
Yeah. Oh, I love playing with him. He's a really, really wonderful musician, and has always kind of. Really, always been since he was literally 3. He started
came
playing
easy.
Drums. Oh yeah. I showed him maybe 2 things.
Yeah.
And we started playing Beatles songs, and it was like, oh, you're maybe the most fun drummer I've ever played with.
Really?
In my
Wow.
life,
Yeah.
And now he's moved on to other things, and still does the drums too. But
That is too cool. Is there a moment when you realize like it might be more than just a hobby, or like, ooh, he's damn good?
yeah, I mean, I worry about that.
That's not where the problem comes in, is it?
No, I'm a little concerned about that. The music, quote unquote, business being what it is. But, I don't really have much interface with the music business per se. To me, what I do is I speak directly to people through my email newsletter. And through my Patreon, and through the occasional, crowdfunding campaign if I want to make a new record, and then I play songs for people in a room, and that to me is to some extent of what I want out of the music business.
It's for me, from an outsider watching, it seems to be a very nice space to be in.
That space is great. The business part where you're like, how are we doing things this week?
Yeah.
And, what are the how many followers and monthly listeners and all that stuff.
Is that show sold out yet?
I mean, that stuff. I could, if I never heard of it again, I'd be fine. But,
Sure.
Just the occupying a space with other humans and kind of meeting at in the music, meeting in the songs with them, where we find out things together. Like I may have written the songs. I write most of the ones that I play, and when we come to do these shows, like I find out things about the songs that I didn't know, and I'm along with them. And so it's like there's this wonderful connection that happens.
Did you ever find it hard? Because I feel like I know a lot of songwriters who find themselves in this like little trap. They're coming up, they'd like to, maybe play some bigger venues and stuff, but you get stuck in this like bar scene and they don't want you to play your originals. Like, please play Tom Petty again, and that can be a tough spot. It's like you want to get out, you want to play for people, but the people that own these places don't necessarily want to hear you doing your original stuff. That can be a hard balance, can't it?
Yeah, the background music gig is not an easy gig. And with very few exceptions, I'm almost amazed that I never really had to do that.
Yeah.
When I started, I was living in Maine when I went to college, and when I started coming down to Boston to try and get gigs, I actually couldn't get gigs at the bars.
Wow.
The first place that gave me a gig in Boston was Club Passim.
Oh, wow.
Opening for Martin Sexton, who's right over my shoulder.
One of my favorites there.
Right?
Yeah.
And
how does that work? Does he pick you or what?
No, at the time I think the club picked me.
We got the perfect fit for you, Martin.
Yeah, I mean, Passim is really good about like kind of taking the farm team aspect of folk music seriously, and how to develop up and coming talent. And this was like 96 or 7 somewhere. I think it was 97.
Yep.
And so, I couldn't get booked at the Lizard Lounge or Toad or the Middle East or TT the Bears, and or even some of the bar. I didn't even know like how to get booked at a bars. I just had the email for the guy at Club Passim, and he actually listened to my stuff and liked it and gave me a gig. And so I kind of started off just by sheer luck in that kind of foreground music sort of role.
Yeah.
And
it's amazing what a couple friends can do, right? I mean, somebody at Passim who believes in you, and then
he's still a friend. I mean, he's Matt Smith.
Matt's been on this show. Outstanding. Yeah, I was wondering if it was him.
Sure. I mean, we started out at Passim almost together.
Yeah.
And you know, he's still a supporter and a deep friend. So, yeah, I lucked out, and you need some kind of luck.
Yeah.
Along the way.
Yep.
You know.
I think I have seen that with my own eyes. There's so many great talents out there that I'm like, maybe they just didn't catch the break, or I don't know, maybe they're a jerk. I don't know, but something prevented them from.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you have to stick around long enough and keep growing. You know, at a certain kind of pace. Or to a certain degree, enough for the luck to kind of
Yep.
be made.
Earn your luck a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Matt Smith, I always joke, Passim's one of my favorite venues, too, to go see a show. And what Matt will do, he does everything there. Like, I remember, I guess it was got a COVID, so maybe they were kind of short-staffed, too. But I believe he took my phone call. He said, come in, there'll be a walk-up room, even though the show was sold out. So he just come in, roll the dice, you'll be fine. I got my ticket from him, and then he was delivering the wine, too, by the time the night was over. I was like, what a guy.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I've heard people say to Matt, like, hey, the first bathroom on the left, the toilet paper's out. He's like, all right, yeah.
I'm on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
It's unbelievable. Good shout out to Matt Smith. I haven't seen him in a while. Got to get to Passim, too, if I haven't been there in a while either. So that's it's a good spot to be. What is your favorite venue to play? Was it that?
I mean, Passim is a very... It's kind of like my ground zero.
Yeah.
You know, as far as my musical community.
Feel at home there a little bit?
I do. I started playing out in Western Mass, just when I was still in graduate school at UMass. So, places like the Fire and Water, which is no longer there, but the Iron Horse was kind of like my first big gig out there. And that
was it biology? I just remembered.
Yeah,
biology,
evolutionary biology.
Yeah. So you're doing biology masters and you're playing music out at
the same time. Yeah. And,
do those worlds collide in any way?
I mean, they're the same world, really. I hate to break it to everybody, but it's just one place here, and we're all just kind of looking at it from a slightly different, what feels like different vantage points. But, if you pull back a little bit, say to that, famous picture taken out the spaceship window, and you see that blue marble floating in the void, it's like we are all here together. They're really, if we don't all succeed and thrive, then none of us are going to. So I feel like really it is all this. We're all trying to get at the same truth, just asking, slightly different questions or using slightly different tools, really.
Love that. Very well said. Want to use that to launch into
Maybe that's
another
what Will's talking about. I don't know. I get cosmic sometimes.
I'm literally thinking to myself, well, that's what they meant. That's the answer.
I saw you get that far off stare, and I thought, oh, God, I did it.
No, that's good. I was taking it all in. I saw the Saturday Night Fever guy looking at me on the wall, too.
Bring you back to earth, yeah.
You want to play another one for us
Sure,
here?
yeah.
You can introduce it. Or
sure. Well, this is kind of a cosmic song. It's pretty much in tune.
Right.
It's called Sense of Wonder.
Mark Erelli live at Drew's house.
Giant squid and butterflies, creatures big and mighty, low and small. We can only guess how many kinds with which we share this big blue ball. They say that we know less about the bottom of the ocean than we do about the surface of the moon. So if you ever lose your sense of wonder, honey, it'll be too soon. Every day a new frontier, the backyard was a jungle green and wild. But it gets harder to remember what came as second nature to a child. You know the names of all the roads, the lawn needs to be mowed, and there's work to pay the bills and make the rent. You might wake up one day and never wonder where your sense of wonder went. Mysteries within mysteries, like an endless set of Russian nesting dolls. And if we could ever get there, we'd find a question at the center of it all. Why something instead of nothing? Are we out here on our own, or does someone or something catch us when we fall? Without a sense of wonder, it begins to seem so tragic and so small. But it ain't all unicorns and rainbows. Surely you suspected this by now. Some days feel like a competition to find the biggest way to let each other down. And I don't blame you if you worry. Sometimes I'm worried too, and don't believe it when I say it'll all work out. 'Cause it don't seem to make no sense, and it's no wonder sometimes we all have our doubts. We are made of stardust, electrons dancing to a cosmic reel. Light is particle and wave, but even this cannot explain the way it feels. So give all you have to give, 'cause at best it's relative. Love is how we pull each other through. Hold on to your sense of wonder. Keep yours for me and I'll keep mine for you. Never lose your sense of wonder, babe. Keep yours for me and I'll keep mine for you.
Nicely done, Mark Erelli.
Yeah, thanks.
Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive, sounding great here. First time on the show for Mark, which is always exciting to have first-time guests on. We always hope they become second and third-time guests, but
Hey, I mean, I'm right down the road.
There you
I feel
go.
like we can make this happen.
this
again.
is beautiful. Although you told me I just got lucky when I reached out to you on the Instagram, because that thing's tough to keep up with.
Yeah, they always they change where those messages go, and then there's like different categories, and I'm like, my email is it's just very accessible, so I'm like, someone will find me on my email if
There
they
you
need
go.
to. But every once in a while, something worthwhile comes in on those other websites.
Now, you've seen some different eras in the songwriting. Is that the biggest change right now, is the social media world?
Yeah, I mean, the social media streaming thing
Yeah.
is
Overwhelming?
It's a nightmare. Yeah, it's an absolute hellscape.
You went with nightmare. I
Yeah.
was going to say overwhelming. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's an apocalyptic hellscape that's tearing the democracy asunder, as well as the music business.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Is that what is that? Is it something you actually fear, the future of the music business right now? You got a son coming up who loves to be in it, and
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder, where music that rewards close listening is how that continues to happen at its scale.
Yeah.
Like I can do this. It's like that Gillian Welch song, "Everything Is Free Now." I mean, these songs hopefully will come to me, and I will write them down, and I will sing them regardless.
Yeah.
But I'm not asking to be a star or anything. I just want to put a couple kids through college and pay my mortgage, and I don't even want to retire. I love what I do too much, So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty modest dream at this point, and I spend 24/7 working towards it. So I just wonder, I have like the good fortune to come from a good family. I have education. I have a supportive wife. what about the artists? And I have executive functioning skills. Like what about the artists that don't have all or some of those things? And we may not get to hear those songs someday, and those songs may be the ones that really they could be your favorite song that you never get to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I've had some people come through here that I'm like, how are you not there yet?
Right.
These are great. Like you probably see that all the time, and you're like, not all the time, but I mean,
people say that to me, and my response is like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I am here. I am there. Wherever. I mean, I don't want to get there. I want to get here. And then when I'm there, I will also be here. It's like the same thing. It's like I just want to be grateful for the things that I have. Whatever I'm doing, but it's rough out there, and those tools are not making it easier for artists.
Yeah. And I know. I mean, I think there's a misconception sometimes that it does make it easier because you can have the TikTok star that can go viral with their minute whatever. That's not what we're talking about.
No. And virality doesn't last. And I mean, you have to find a way to kind of sustain this and to sustain people's attention. I mean, I look at it as like a relationship, and when you're in a relationship with someone, it's, sometimes it's effervescent and fun and, exciting and effortless, and other times you have to really put in the work, and you have to just show up for them. And, that's what I do for my own music, and that's what I do for whatever audience I'm playing for, and that's kind of all I'm really asking in return for people that listen to me is like, let's show up for each other, and I'll, the best I can do is what I'm going to do, and we'll share it together, and we'll grow together over time.
I mean, you get more experience than me, but I am of the, I guess we can call it hopefulness, but I am of the space that, like, when somebody that can do what you do, go out, write their own songs, play that thing, and perform, there's always got to be a space for that person, right?
I feel
it's
like
too good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully, yeah. I mean, it's just a question of whether it's a living wage or not. And the thing with the music thing now is that their money is being made. Spotify occupies 10 floors at 30 Rock. Yeah. 10 floors in the middle of New York City.
Is that right? I didn't even know that.
Can you imagine the rent on that? I mean, or what it costs to buy that, and so money is being made. It's just not necessarily being made by your favorite artist, like you might think. Yeah,
you've mentioned the family a few times. It is. I've always imagined like being a working musician who plays live so much like you do. It is kind of the family's in it too, right? Because it's odd hours.
Yeah.
It's probably family have to make sacrifices. Well, maybe do an earlier dinner, or maybe something simple like that. But then of course there's travel, all that stuff, right? You really do need the support system is probably hugely important.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, my wife is a literal saint, and I mean, and with limits. I mean, I've found those limits on occasion. Like, okay, all right, that's okay. We cannot go away for 6 weeks, just 5 weeks.
Yeah.
But it's you're right. It is the entire family is doing it. Even the dog at this point. When is Dad coming home? Where did he go? Yeah. So it is a family business for sure.
No doubt about it. It has been a pleasure having you on here. Usually, what we do to first-time guests is make them do some rapid fire. You cool with that?
Lightning round.
Little so simple. Okay. I say simple, but you'd be surprised the problems with some of the simple questions people.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm ready to have a meltdown here. Go for it.
We'll start easy. Favorite food?
I'm really into plain Greek yogurt these days.
Oh, okay.
And that's a very well, let's go with soft serve. Chocolate soft serve. Because it's summer.
Summer day. You're playing with the theme there. I like that. Favorite venue in the world to play?
Oh, we're gonna
besides Passim.
Okay, all right. Well, Groton is Groton Hill Music Center is a pretty good second.
Is there like a city that's really kind of, when you think of a city that like really came out to show support that you liked?
I mean, I like the small towns to be honest better. I like the like little hill towns out in Western Massachusetts. Yeah. I prefer that to the cities. I'm not a city guy.
Biggest musical influence?
Oh, I just tell people the Traveling Wilburys.
Yep.
It covers a lot of it.
Oh man, I feel bad. It said the Tom Petty thing earlier.
No, it's
I love Tom Petty too, by the way.
Of course.
Just, it is a very popular bar going. Yeah, that's all for that conversation. Favorite movie?
Oh, movie. Not really a big movie guy. I guess I'll go with Star Wars.
Star Wars, your Star Wars guy?
Formative, yeah.
Okay. We got a lot of young music. Well, let's save that from last. Let's go with favorite subject in school.
Oh, biology. Yeah.
Biology.
And art. I think those two are the same.
Yeah. Is that a common major? You said UMass, right?
Yeah. I was in master's degree out in UMass, but I was an undergrad in biology too.
That feels like a tough major. Am I right?
Well, you have to take organic chemistry as part of it, and that was a bear. But we made it through.
While playing music. God damn. You remember the first album you ever got?
Oh yeah, it was Tom Petty's "Long After Dark."
Was?
Yep, that was the first one with my own money.
First live show?
One of the first would have been the first folk live show that really made a difference in my life was Tom Rush at Symphony Hall for one of his New Year's Eve shows.
He's right in the area here, down the road.
Yeah, a huge formative experience for me.
Yeah, another good friend of the show, too. He was great when he came on. And last one. This one I like asking a lot of guys, almost exactly in your position. What is the best advice for the young musician, that guy we were talking about earlier that's kind of grinding his way up, or she is working her way up?
You have to love the work. You know, you can't do this for the reward. The reward will be whatever it will be, and you don't really have a lot of kind of influence over what that's going to end up looking like, but you do have a lot of control over what the work looks like and how you react to it. So love the work, and then whatever comes from that is going to feel more rewarding.
Awesome, man. Love it. I love your guitar, too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I switched.
You did switch. I was talking about the other one, but the other one, they're both great. But
the other one is beautiful. This is tuned in open D for the last song.
Well, we'll get to that. So Mark Erelli, everybody, he's very excited. He's playing the Firehouse next week, next Thursday. Get over there. You can get tickets online right now. You're pretty good with the Instagram. If you want to send people there, you can give people your Instagram if you would like.
It's just Instagram/Mark Erelli, MarkErelli.
Go find him, and he'll keep you up to date on future shows and all that stuff. But go see him next week, next Thursday at the Firehouse. And Mark Erelli, pleasure to meet you, man. This was great.
Thank you, Drew. Appreciate it.
He'll bring us home with one. Thank you, everybody, live at Drew's house. Thank you to May Power producing the show, and the boss Sarah Hayden, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. Mark Erelli taking us home.
Summer boys without a care, brown as a berry, sun-bleached hair, running through the sprinkler, playing hide and seek, can't scrub the dirt off the soles of their feet. Summer boys know how to play. They got a chewed up frisbee for wiffle ball home plate. Climbing trees and saving the world from imaginary monsters and the neighborhood girls. Summer boys. Summer boys, bring me back. Drips and castles and flashlight tag. Watermelon juice dripping down their chins, and blackberry stains on their fingertips. Summer boys. Ah, summer boy. Summer boy, grow up fast. It happens quickly, don't turn your back. Now they got their license and they're cruising Maine with one thing on their summer brain. Summer boys, oh, summer boys. Summer boys, wild and free, the way we all used to be. I'm getting older, but I still remember when it seemed like the summer wouldn't